Good morning, students. I'm Sangeeta Kumari. I will be teaching you physics and chemistry. Today, I'm going to explain chapter 2 in science, that is matter around us pure? You have studied in detail about matter. Matter is any substance which occupies space and has mass. So that is matter. इसके बारे में आप डिटेल में पढ़ चुके हो. Whatever we see around us, whether it's table, chair, books, bags, almirah, bed, etc., everything is made up of matter. Matter can be categorized into two types. One is pure substance and another is impure substance, or pure matter and impure matter. Pure substance, again, we can categorize as element and compound, and impure substance will contain mixture. I'm going to explain all this in detail. Listen, whenever we talk about pure substance, प्योर सब्सटेंस अगर हम कॉमन लैंग्वेज में बात करें तो हम ऐसा करते हैं कि सपोज अगर एग्जांपल लेती हूँ मैं मिल्क का, इफ देर इज नो एडल्ट्रेशन देन इट इज अ प्योर मिल्क, और एनी अदर थिंग, इफ देर इज नो एडल्ट्रेशन देन वी कॉल इट प्योर. बट साइंटिफिकली दिस इज नॉट ट्रू. साइंटिफिकली प्योर सब्सटेंस मीन इट शुड कंटेन्स ओनली वन टाइप ऑफ सब्सटेंस. बट अगर मैं बोलूँ कि मिल्क है, देन मिल्क कंटेन्स फैट, प्रोटीन, वाटर, etc. So milk is not a pure substance in scientific language. लेकिन कॉमन लैंग्वेज में अगर उसमें कोई अडल्ट्रेशन नहीं है देन वी कॉल इट इट इज़ ए प्योर. सिमिलरली अगर वाटर है, वाटर अगर पोर्टेबल है, हम उसे पी सकते हैं, ड्रिंक कर सकते हैं, देन कॉमन लैंग्वेज में हम बोलते हैं कि वाटर प्योर वाटर है. बट इफ इट कंटेन्स मिनरल्स, डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ मिनरल्स विच इज good for us, good for our health, then also we call it pure water because we can drink it. But scientifically that is not pure if it contains different types of minerals. If it is only H2O then only it is pure. So pure substance are categorized into two types, element and compound. Elements are only one, elements which contains only one type of atom. Compounds which contains two or more than two types of atom. Example of element is gold, copper, silver, other things like oxygen, hydrogen, etc. These are examples of elements. Till date, approximate 118 elements are there. These elements are further classified into metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Out of these 118 elements, approximately 92 are metals, 20 are non-metals, and 8 are metalloids. I give just some example of metals: iron, copper, silver, gold, etc. Metals, the properties of metals are totally different from properties of non-metal, and the properties of metalloids contains properties of both metals and non-metals. So though you have studied all these things in last year science, chapter name was metals and non-metals only, but I'm going to brief about this metals and non-metals. There are various properties of metals, like metals are solids. Generally metals are found in solid. Exception is always there. There is the metal known as mercury which is in liquid state. Metals are malleable. That means we can make thin sheets of metals. You must have seen aluminum foil, silver foil. These are so thin, but these are made up of metals. Metals are malleable. We can convert the metals into thin sheet, and this property is known as malleable. Then metals are ductile. Metals can be drawn into thin wires. You will be surprised to know that from 1 gram of gold, 2 kilometer long wire can be made. So gold is the most ductile metals. Metals are ductile. Then metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. That's why we use metal like in the electrical appliances or electrical wiring, like copper wire are mostly used in electrical wiring. Metals have luster. Metals are lustrous. They have shiny appearance. All the metals, exceptions are always there, but mostly metals are lustrous. They have shiny surface. Like silver has a shiny white surface, gold has yellow, and copper has reddish brown surface. Metal has high tensile strength. Tensile strength. Metals have high tensile strength. There are some other exceptions like sodium and potassium. They are quite soft and they can be cut with knife. High tensile strength means it can hold a heavy load. Like suppose अगर अब हमारे पास एक आयरन की रॉड है या आयरन का वायर है, so we can suspend a heavy load from this wire. मेटल्स आर जनरली हार्ड. मोस्टली जितने भी मेटल्स आप देखते हो वो कैसे होते हैं, हार्ड होते हैं. बट अगेन एक्सेप्शंस आर देयर. सोडियम एंड पोटेशियम आर वेरी सॉफ्ट एंड दे कैन बी कट विथ नाइफ. मेटल्स आर सोनोरस. You must have experienced, if you drop a utensil it makes noise. किसी भी मेटल को अगर हम हिट करते हैं तो एक स्ट्राइकिंग साउंड सुनाई देता है. दैट दिस इज द सोनोरस. सो मेटल्स आर जनरली सोनोरस. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस प्रॉपर्टीज स्कूल बेल्स आर मेड विथ मेटल्स. मेटल्स हैव जनरली हाई डेंसिटीज. हाई compared to non-metals, which are mostly gases. Metals have high density. Metals have high melting point and boiling point. Melting point and boiling point. Melting point and boiling point क्या है? Boiling point फर्स्ट चैप्टर में आपने ये पढ़ा है. Boiling point जिस टेम्परेचर पे कोई भी सब्सटेंस बॉयल होना स्टार्ट करता है, दैट इज बॉइलिंग पॉइंट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वाटर हैज बॉइलिंग पॉइंट 100 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. आयरन का बॉइलिंग पॉइंट 3000 डिग्री से ज़्यादा होता है. सो मेटल्स हैव हाई बॉइलिंग पॉइंट, हाई मेल्टिंग पॉइंट. मेल्टिंग पॉइंट जैसे वाटर का 0 डिग्री पे सॉलिड से वो लिक्विड में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है आइस, तो वाटर का मेल्टिंग पॉइंट 0 डिग्री है. तो सिमिलर मेटल्स हैव हाई मेल्टिंग पॉइंट एंड हाई बॉइलिंग पॉइंट्स. And so mainly these are the properties of metals. Non-metals have just opposite to this. Metalloids are 8 examples we can write. Metals के examples हैं iron, copper, silver, gold, etc. Metalloids, as I said, metalloids have properties of metals and non-metals both. So generally the examples are germanium, silicon, etc. Then come to non-metals. As I said, there are few non-metals. You must have seen hydrogen, oxygen. Don't say carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a compound. It's not an element. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, etc. These are in gaseous form. Then in solid form, there are phosphorus, sulfur, carbon, etc. These were in gas form, gaseous form. There is a liquid also. This is bromine. So non-metal exists in all the 3 states: gases, solid, liquid. Metals exist in 2 states: solid and liquid, and only mercury is in liquid state. Now, as I discussed the properties of metals, now I am going to discuss few properties of non-metals. Non-metals are, as I said, either in gas form or liquid form or solid form at room temperature. Only bromine is liquid at room temperature. This phosphorus, sulfur, carbon, then boron, etc. are solids. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, etc. are in gaseous form. Non-metals are generally brittle. Non-metals are generally brittle. they are not malleable or ductile. If we heat them with hammer, suppose phosphorus or sulfur or carbon, they break into pieces. तो नॉन मेटल से हम कभी भी वायर्स नहीं बना सकते, नॉन मेटल से हम थिन शीट नहीं बना सकते हैं. दे आर नॉट डक्टाइल, दे आर नॉट मेलेबल. Non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity. Generally, all non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity. But exceptions are there. One form of carbon, which is a non-metal, is a good conductor. Graphite. Graphite is good conductor of heat and electricity. Graphite is a form of carbon and carbon is a non-metal. कार्बन तो ऐसा नॉन मेटल है जिसके मिलियंस एंड मिलियंस ऑफ कंपाउंड हैं. सबसे ज़्यादा जो नॉन मेटल और मेटल्स किसी भी एलिमेंट, कोई भी एलिमेंट जो सबसे ज़्यादा पाया जाता है हर जगह पे, दैट इज कार्बन. ओके, नॉन मेटल्स नो लस्टर. नॉन मेटल्स हैव नो लस्टर. शाइनी अपीयरेंस उसमें नहीं होता है नॉन मेटल में. दे लुक वेरी डल अपीयरेंस. They have dull surfaces. Exception is there. Iodine. Exception में iodine. Iodine has shiny appearance. Non-metals are generally soft. जितने भी नॉन मेटल्स हैं मोस्टली वो सॉफ्ट होते हैं. वी कैन कट इट. बट अगेन एक्सेप्शन इज देयर. डायमंड which is a non-metal form of carbon. It is hardest substance. Non-metals have low melting point and boiling point compared to metals. Non-metals are non-sonorous. Basically, properties of non-sonorous. Basically, the properties of non-metal is different, totally different from metals. Non-metals have low tensile strength. So these are the properties of non-metals. Metalloids, I already explained. Metallites are the element which have properties of both metals and non-metals. We call metallites also as semi-metals. Because of this, they are used as semiconductor, we call it, and they are used nowadays. It is very useful, these metals, these metalloids in the technology. Whatever chips which we use in our mobile or computer, these are mainly made up of semi metals, which is germanium or silicon. Okay, so these are I had explained metal, non-metals and metalloids. Now I will come to I explained pure substance elements. Now I'll come to another second pure substance, that is compound. So what is compound? Compound. I just told you that element is only one type of matter. It contains only one type of. It is a pure element is a pure substance which contains only one type of matter. But compound is a pure substance which contains two or more elements which are combined together chemically. A compound क्या है? This is also a pure substance, but it contains two or more than two elements. It contains two or more than two elements which are combined chemically. We cannot separate the components of a compound by physical process. if we want to separate them, then we have to use some chemical methods. I would explain some few more points regarding compound. The properties of compound is totally different from its constituents element. If I talk about, for example, I take water. Okay, water is a liquid. All of we know this is the chemical formula of water, H2O. I will explain you later how to write the formula. Water, I'm giving just I'm giving the example which we are using in daily life. So water contains hydrogen and oxygen. We know hydrogen is a gas, oxygen is a gas, but water is a liquid. The properties of water is totally different from its constituent component hydrogen and oxygen. हाइड्रोजन की प्रॉपर्टीज और ऑक्सीजन की प्रॉपर्टीज से वाटर की प्रॉपर्टीज टोटली डिफरेंट होती है. सो द कंपाउंड is the property of compound is totally different from its constituent element hydrogen and oxygen. There are so many examples of compound. Suppose if we talk about another example, sugar, which is a form of glucose. The formula of sugar is C6H12O6. This is glucose. Now it contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, but the properties of glucose is totally different from carbon, hydrogen or oxygen. Now one more thing, the components of the constituents of a compound is always fixed by always combined in fixed proportion. What does it mean? The elements of compound, or we can say the elements combined together in a compound in a fixed proportion by mass. Fixed proportion by mass. What does it mean? It means that, suppose I take the same example of water. If I write H2O, that means 2 atoms of hydrogen combines with 1 atom of oxygen. Hydrogen and this is oxygen. So whenever water will be formed, it will always contain 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. If I write instead of H2O, if I write suppose H2O2, then this won't be water. It will become hydrogen peroxide. So the elements are always in fixed proportion. I give some other examples. Suppose we talk about CO2. CO2 is carbon dioxide. This compound, this CO2 consists of always 1 atom of carbon and 2 atom of oxygen. This ratio is fixed. Carbon and oxygen का ratio 1:2 का है. It will be always fixed. If we change the ratio, if there is another compound also, carbon monoxide, this is known as carbon monoxide. In this case, the ratio of carbon and oxygen is 1:1. So in a compound, this is carbon dioxide, so in a compound the ratio of component is always fixed. The ratio of the constituents element is always fixed. Take some another example. Suppose I take ammonia. Ammonia is a fertilizer. In this case, ammonia will be formed always when 1 atom of nitrogen combines with 3 atom of hydrogen. So the ratio is always, the ratio of constituents element is always fixed in a given compound. Compound can be as I categorize a compound is homogeneous in nature. What does it mean? A compound is homogeneous in nature. It means its composition remains same throughout the compound. If I talk about a glass of water, H2O, so its composition will be same if you take out the first spoon from it or the last spoon. In every spoon, the composition of water will be always H2O. The ratio will be always same. Compound, now we can explain. I just explained about elements and compound. Now there is a question which all generally comes in the exam, that is difference between elements and compound. Difference between element and compound. Element and compound. Though I have explained these two topics, just I want to differentiate in tabular form. Element consists of same type of atom. Same type of atom. But compound is composed of different types of atom. Different types of atom. As I say here carbon dioxide is a compound which contains different type of atom, carbon and oxygen, ammonia, nitrogen and hydrogen, different type of atoms. For example, same type of atom element में हमने लिख दिया gold है, hydrogen है, gold, silver, etc. But it is carbon dioxide, water, ammonia. So it contains different types of atom. Second, element cannot be further divided by any method into its components. जो भी components है उसमें हम further divide नहीं कर सकते. It is single type of element, cannot be split up into different its components, but a compound can be split up into its components by chemical method. Can be split up. Then only limited number of elements are known. As I said, there are approximate 118 and scientists are discovering new elements also, 1, 2, 3, approximate 2 or 3 elements. But compound number of known compounds are quite large, millions of just I said only carbon compounds are in million numbers and there are so many elements. So this is very large number, very large in number, and this is only fixed number. Approximately 118. Another thing, the property of element is same as its property of its atom. The property of any element, not there is no space, so I am not writing here, just I am writing in between. Property of element is same as its atom. जो atom है उसकी जैसी property, because it is atom only, but the properties of compound is totally different from its constituent element or constituent atom. As I said, suppose I take example of ammonia. अमोनिया की प्रॉपर्टीज नाइट्रोजन एंड हाइड्रोजन से टोटली डिफरेंट होगी. सो द I just repeat the difference between element and compound. First thing, element is only one type of atom, it contains same type of atom. Compound is made up of different types of atom. The property of element is same as its atom. The property of compound is different from its constituent atom. Element cannot be split up into simpler substance, but compound can be split up into its composition, into its constituents element by chemical process. Element has the total number of element is fixed, it's approximate 118, but the number of compound is very large. It is in millions and billions. After element and compound, which are pure substance, I'm going to explain impure substance, which is mixture. Impure substance or mixture. So what is a mixture? Mixture is a substance in which two or more pure substances are mixed in any proportion. Two or more substances are mixed in any proportion. Listen, I explained that in compound the constituent elements are always mixed in fixed proportion, but in a mixture the proportion, the ratio of constituent substance is not fixed. A mixture doesn't have a fixed melting and boiling point. No fixed melting point or boiling point. A mixture shows the property of its constituent element or its constituent substances, its constituent components. जिससे बना है मिक्सचर, जिस कंपोनेंट से बना है उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज और मिक्सचर की प्रॉपर्टीज सेम है. It shows the properties of all components. It shows properties of all components. I'll give the example and based on that you can understand very well. One more thing, mixture can be separated into its components by physical means. Physically we can separate the component of a mixture because they are not chemically bonded. Components can be separated by physical means or physical method. Now suppose examples of mixture are salt and water, sugar and water, lemon juice, sugar and water, which nowadays in summer we make lemonade at home to keep our body hydrated. So suppose you take 1 glass of water, you add 2-3 spoon lemon juice and 3-4 spoons sugar, a pinch of salt, this is lemon juice. So when you mix all these things, this is a mixture. Now listen, this is not fixed. If you want, someone wants more sugary, then what, he will add 2 more spoon of sugar. Some want it more tangy, so he will add 2 more spoon of lemon juice. So the proportion is not fixed, but this is a mixture because it contains 2 or more substance. It contains water, it contains sugar, it contains lemon juice. It shows the properties of all components. If you drink that juice, that mixture, then it will contain the taste of sugar, it will contain the taste of lemon, and water का taste तो रहेगा ही. So ये सब जो भी mixture है, any mixture, it always contain the properties of components. No fixed melting point and boiling point, because the melting point and boiling point cannot be fixed, because we can change the amount of composition. अगर आपने sugar 1 spoon ज़्यादा कर दिया या कम कर दिया, तो the melting point and boiling point of the mixture will be changed. Components can be separated by physical method. Yes, physical method से हम separate कर सकते हैं. This I will explain in next topic, how the components of a mixture can be separated. Suppose एक simple से example लेती हूँ मैं. Water है और उसमें हमने sugar mix किया, तो अगर उस मिक्सचर को अगर हम हीट करेंगे, वाटर विल गेट इवेपोरेटेड. और सपोज हमने एक चाइना डिश में थोड़ा सा वाटर एंड शुगर का सॉल्यूशन लिया है, तो वाटर विल गेट evaporated and what we will get on the china dish, it will be sugar crystals or sugar. Similarly salt and water को भी हम सेपरेट कर सकते हैं. सॉल्यूशन, उस मिक्सचर को हीट करेंगे, वाटर इवेपोरेट हो जाएगा और हमारे प्लेट में सिर्फ सॉल्ट रह जाएगा. टू डिफ्रेंशिएट बिटवीन मिक्सचर एंड कंपाउंड, I'm explaining one activity. Suppose you have 2 china dish. We taken 2 china dish A and B. Suppose this is A china dish and this is B. In a china dish, we have added iron filings and sulfur powder. Iron filings and sulfur powder. Approximate 50 gram of iron filings and 3 gram of powdered sulfur. In the second china dish, we also took iron filings and sulfur powder, but in the first china dish remains same, but in second china dish we heat this mixture. After heating red hot for some time, we cool it. Now we want to differentiate what is the difference between these two. In the first, the color of the this mixture is same as its constituents components like iron and sulfur powder. आयरन का कलर जनरली ग्रेस होता है, इन सल्फर का येलोइस होता है. तो ये जो मिक्सचर का कलर है वो ग्रे एंड येलो मिक्स्ड होगा. बट आफ्टर हीटिंग दिस, द कलर ऑफ दिस compound has changed. It has become black color. It formed the compound iron sulfide after heating. This is in the form of mixture and this is in the form of compound, because it after heating the color has changed. Now if we bring a magnet near this disk A and B, the magnet will attract the iron filing here, but the magnet will not attract the iron sulfide here. That means this mixture contains the properties of iron, but this one does not have any properties of iron. अगर इसमें आयरन की प्रॉपर्टीज होती तो मैग्नेट इसे भी अट्रैक्ट करता, बट यहाँ पे मैग्नेट का कोई इफेक्ट नहीं हुआ. दैट मीन्स दिस कंपाउंड जो कि आयरन सल्फाइड है आफ्टर हीटिंग, उसमें आयरन की कोई भी प्रॉपर्टीज नहीं है. सेकेंड थिंग, वी नो दैट अगर हम सल्फर को कार्बन डाइसल्फाइड एक लिक्विड होता है उसमें डालें थोड़ी देर के लिए तो उसका येलोइश कलर खत्म हो जाता है. तो अगर हम इस मिक्सचर को एक आयरन सल्फाइड सॉल्यूशन वाले बीकर में थोड़ा डालें तो आयरन नीचे सेटल डाउन हो जाएगा और येलो कलर उसमें से खत्म हो जाएगा. बट अगर हम इसमें कंपाउंड में आयरन सल्फाइड डालेंगे तो इसमें अगर आयरन सल्फाइड डालेंगे तो कोई भी कंपोनेंट इसका डिजॉल्व नहीं होगा आयरन सल्फाइड में, जबकि इसमें सल्फर जो था वो डिजॉल्व हो गया था आयरन सल्फाइड में. इसमें दिस विल रिमेन ब्लैक, देयर विल बी नो चेंज इन द कलर. सो बेस्ड ऑन दिस we can differentiate between mixture and compound. Difference between mixture and compound. Many times this question also comes in the exam. So first difference is already I have explained all the difference, but I want to tabulate this. First difference is a mixture is obtained when two or more elements is just mixed together without involving or without formation of any new compound. Mixture में simply just two or more than two substance को हम mix करते हैं. It can be two elements, one element, one compound. It can be two compound like water and sugar. तो water is H2O and sugar is C6H12O6. उन दोनों को mix कर दो, that is a mixture. But in compound element react together to form a new compound. इसमें no new compound is formed or no new substance is formed, but यहाँ पे new compound is formed. Second, mixture is formed because of physical changes, because of physical process. It is formed as a result of physical change, due to physical change. But a compound is formed due to chemical change. For example, अभी जो मैंने लिया था आयरन सल्फाइड एंड सल्फर का, अगर आयरन सल्फाइड और सल्फर में केमिकल रिएक्शन हुआ जिसकी वजह से वो आयरन सल्फाइड बन गया. आयरन एंड सल्फर में केमिकल रिएक्शन की वजह से, केमिकल चेंजेस की वजह से आयरन सल्फाइड बना. नेक्स्ट वन, मिक्सचर हैज प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ इट्स कंस्टिट्यूएंट्स कंपोनेंट्स. प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ constituent एलिमेंट्स और कंपाउंड्स, अगर एलिमेंट को मिक्स किया है या कंपाउंड्स को मिक्स किया है तो उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज मिक्सचर में होती है, बट in case of compound the constituents of the properties of compound are totally different from those of its constituents. Different properties from constituents component. Mixture no fixed melting point or boiling point, but compound has fixed melting point and boiling point. Okay, the ratio of constituents element is not fixed. रेशियो इज नॉट फिक्स्ड. एज आई सेड कि अगर आपको लेमन जूस ज़्यादा मीठा चाहिए तो आप 2 की जगह 3 स्पून शुगर मिला सकते हो, दैट विल बी ऑल्सो लेमन जूस. बट द रेशियो ऑफ कंस्टिट्यूएंट्स कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ ए कंपाउंड इज फिक्स्ड. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मैं वाटर लूँ तो इसमें हमेशा 2 एटम ऑफ हाइड्रोजन विल कंबाइन विथ 1 एटम ऑफ ऑक्सीजन. मिक्सचर कैन बी होमोजीनियस और हेट्रोजीनियस. आई विल एक्सप्लेन अभी होमोजीनियस और हेट्रोजीनियस क्या होता है. होमोजीनियस और हेट्रोजीनियस. बट कंपाउंड इज ऑलवेज होमोजीनियस. During the formation of mixture, energy in the form of heat or light is neither absorbed nor evolved. अगर मिक्सचर फॉर्मेशन होता है तो एनर्जी ना तो इवॉल्व होती है, ना तो रिलीज होती है, ना ही एब्जॉर्ब होती है. एनर्जी इज नॉट रिलीज्ड और एब्जॉर्ब्ड, बट when there is a formation of compound, always energy is either released or absorbed in the form of heat or light or something else. So these are the basic differences between mixture and compound. I'm going to explain types of mixture also. Depending upon the nature of components of a mixture, it can be classified into 2 types mixture. One is homogeneous mixture and the other is heterogeneous mixture. What does it mean by homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture? The mixture which has uniform composition. If all the components are mixed uniformly and there is no separation, there is no clear boundary of separation between them. Homogeneous throughout the mixture if the components are uniformly mixed. Then this is known as uniform mixture. But if the components are not uniformly mixed, then it is known as heterogeneous mixture. Please understand this with some example. Suppose मैंने एक गिलास पानी लिया, उसमें 1 स्पून और 2 स्पून शुगर डाला तो और उसे अच्छे से मिक्स कर दिया. नाउ if you taste the first sip of that glass or last sip of that glass, the taste will be different provided you have mixed it thoroughly. So this is homogeneous mixture. But suppose आपने एक बाउल में 2-3 तरह के पल्सेस मिक्स किए, लाइक तुअर दाल, पिंक दाल और चना, ग्रीन ग्राम और ब्लैक ग्राम, यू हैव मिक्सड इट, तुमने बहुत अच्छे से मिक्स किया, एंड नाउ you take 2 different spoon of that mixture, and if you will count, definitely the number of different dals will not be same in each spoon. कुछ ना कुछ अलग होंगे, किसी में येलो दाल 2 ज़्यादा होंगे तो किसी में पिंक दाल ज़्यादा होगा, तो दैट इज़ अ हेट्रोजेनियस मिक्सचर. आप कितना भी मिक्स करो बट वो यूनिफॉर्मली मिक्स नहीं हो सकता है. होमोजीनियस मिक्सचर के बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स हम देख सकते हैं. इट्स नॉट ऑलवेज कि ये लिक्विड फॉर्म में होगा, इट कैन बी गैस, इट कैन बी सॉलिड. अगर लिक्विड की बात करें तो मैंने एग्जांपल दिया कि वाटर एंड लेमन जूस मिक्स कर दो, वाटर एंड सॉल्ट मिक्स कर दो. एयर इज ए होमोजीनियस मिक्सचर इन विच many gases are mixed together. It contains nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, argon, etc. But agar leave the pollution part, if we compare the air of suppose our city and some other different city, then this composition will be same. We will get the percentage same. So this is a homogeneous mixture. Another example of homogeneous mixture is an alloy. Alloy, which is combination which contains 2 or more elements or compounds, metals or non-metals. Example is suppose brass. Brass is an alloy which contains approximate 30% zinc and 70% copper. So, but if you have, suppose you have a rod of brass, everywhere throughout this rod, the composition of zinc and copper will be same, that is 30% and 70%. So, this is a homogeneous mixture. So, homogeneous mixture, in homogeneous mixture, all the constituent components are uniformly mixed, but this is not the case of heterogeneous mixture. So, I hope you have understood all these things. Heterogeneous mixture का एक और एग्जाम्पल देते हैं. सपोज इन ए ग्लास यू टुक वाटर, suppose 1/3 water, and then you pour 2 spoon oil on it. So this is because it will not get mixed. So this is a heterogeneous mixture. You have taken 1 glass of water और उसमें चॉक पाउडर डाल दो आप, दैट इज ऑल्सो हेट्रोजेनियस मिक्सचर. या आप उसमें थोड़ा सा फ्लोर मिक्स कर दो, आटा या मैदा, that is also heterogeneous mixture. Throughout the composition will be not uniform, then the mixture is known as heterogeneous mixture, and homogeneous mixture is the mixture in which the constituents components are uniformly mixed. So students, this is all for this lecture. I will upload second lecture, next lecture next time. Thank you.